have a quick question for Mrs. Apostle Lizzy Johnson Suleiman. I have a question for you. Yeah, you said that it's because your husband is a helper, is a giver. That was why all these girls, all these ladies are coming out to accuse him for blackmailing him or using that, taking advantage of the fact that he has one time transferred money to them to come and claim that they have an affair with him. I want to ask you one question. Is your husband the only pastor in Nigeria? Is your husband the only pastor in Nigeria, or the only pastor in the whole world? That is number one question. Is your husband the most handsome pastor in Nigeria? Is your husband the most handsome pastor in Nigeria? That is number two question. Now, let me cite an example. When Jesus opened the eyes of the blind man, and when the news went to the Pharisees that they summoned the man, summoned his parents, they doubted the fact that the man, they never believed that his eyes was blind, that Jesus was the one who opened it. They questioned the father and the mother. The father and the mother said, ask him, he's of age. And they said, the Pharisees told the man, that the blind man, the one-time blind man, that he should give God the glory, that Jesus is not from God, that it wasn't Jesus that opened his eyes. Do you know what the man said? He said, any person who is not from God cannot do this miracle that Jesus did. And they grew angry at him, and they threw him out of they cast him out. They told him that he was born in sin. How dare him lecture them? They cast him out. They threw him out. You understand? So I want to put it to you that it is an abnormality for somebody to help you. If your husband is actually a giver, that he gave those money without having an affair with those ladies, that just is a philanthropist, he just likes helping people, and at the end of the day, this lady just, okay, let us blackmail this man. After all, since there's already evidence that he has one time transferred money to us, let's just use it to blackmail. It is an abnormality. You understand? The first music that I released, my five music that I released, that I did so far, it was my senior sister that sponsored it. You understand? My senior sister that sponsored it. So it will be an abnormality now for me to start. The thank you that I will tell my senior sister is to turn it to the other, and come and make her, paint her like a Satan before the world for helping me. So you are not telling kids. Even God said, come, let us reason together. How logical does this thing look like? It doesn't add up. It doesn't make sense that you helped person. You are just a philanthropist. You go about, even a pagan. The reaction of a pagan will be thank you, will not be to blackmail you because the person. So I beg Mona, no come they tell us all these things. Is your husband the only pastor in Nigeria? Is your husband the only pastor in Nigeria? Is he the most handsome man in the world? Why is it that it's only him? What did the Bible say? In the mouth of 2-3 witnesses, truth is already established. That is what the Bible said. Stephanie Otobo came out the first time. This same kind of stories. Chioma Ife Melodike came out. The same thing. Alima, the same thing. Ena Keyok. Name it. And so many others that I can't even mention. No, I cannot even remember their names. You understand? The same person. And you are there saying they are talking rubbish. That is because the man is a giver, is a helper. That's why they are just taking advantage to talk rubbish. You see, that era that anytime that because some of you religious people don't want to assume any form of responsibility, you now say that is agent of devil. Anytime a woman comes out and say that a man harassed her or a man raped her or a man, you know, you people will always say na agent of devil wey dem send from marine kingdom. That era don pass. You understand? That era don pass. You understand? Because the normal reaction or the behavioral attitude of somebody you helped is thank you. If the person is sharing this testimony, is to be, if the person must make reference that is this person that helped me, that did this thing for me. It's not the other way around, the way you are taking it. So it doesn't just make sense. Is your husband the only pastor in Nigeria? Is he the most handsome man in the whole world? We have so many handsome, more tushed, tall, elegant pastors in Nigeria. For example, Pastor Chris Oyakalomi. Because Pastor Chris Oyakalomi is a very handsome man, tall, fair, eloquent, or more organized. How many times have you seen ladies, women come out and be pointing fingers at him that they had an affair with him, they did this, they did that, continuously, rigorously? I beg, nobody be small pikin now.